Good morning. Goodness me, it's bright. So all things bright and beautiful at Cannon Hall Farm. You can see it looks absolutely stunning. And what better to do on a day like this than to cast Sapphire and our beautiful Shire foal, Yorkshire Rose, out into the paddock to eat some grass, run off some energy, and absolutely live their best lives. So Farmer Rob here, we've got a packed programme awaiting us this morning. We're really excited. We've got the mare and foal going out to grass, which should be a sight for sore eyes. I'm just going to shift this tape. We've got a catch up on the lambing barn, and we've got a wonderful new arrival up in one of the rare breeds barns. So lots to see, lots to do, and really exciting. So we've got Hannah, who is currently saddling up Sapphire. We've got Jack on hand in case of emergencies. So these two horses will know where they're going. They will be excited. They'll know that that their exercise and that juicy lush grass awaits them. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're somewhere as nice as this. So Hannah is an experienced horse person. Friesland, Hannah? Frisians. I just need to remember the cows, don't I? Yeah. So.
Same place, Holland.
Oh, they are. So the Dutch horses, and the Frisians, and Hannah has got 5 brood mares of her own. But these skills are transferable, and I'm sure she's equally at home with a Shire horse who've just got bigger feet and a little bit taller. So there is Yorkshire Rose, nice and calm. Sapphire's nice and calm. Will there be a reaction in terms of, will she frolic? Will she jump? Will she get excited? Jack's in their light swimwear and shutting the gate so that the little foal can't escape. Oh, not so little foal actually. Well, that was quite a calm loosing off, wasn't it? That, yeah. I thought she might have a bit of a charge, but maybe when we bring Brooke down later from the roundhouse and she goes in an adjoining paddock, that might stimulate more of an interest. So Shire horses, what do you think, Hannah? Do you think you can learn to love them?
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn soon enough, yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So, and they're nice and calm, aren't they? Nice and gentle, just strolling around, particularly keen on the grass. I'm sure if that foal had a playmate, it'd be charging about, bro. Yeah. But next year, hopefully, we're lucky. I don't know if we'll manage it, but we've got 2 confirmed pregnancies and 3 more awaiting confirmation. 3 more that have been mated, but yet not scanned in full. So all being well, I mean, I suppose all 5 would be a dream, but that is our dream. Oh, Laura says it's cloudy in Lee near Wigan. Move across the Pennines, Laura. It's always sunny in Yorkshire. Eileen says, morning, Rob, Hannah and Jack. Good morning to you, Eileen. And Catherine says, morning, Robert. Janet says, good morning, Jack. And my glasses have steamed up. Flipping heck. Why has that happened? I can't read a thing. I'm like Jack Duckworth. So that is a scene of peace and tranquility, isn't it? There's nothing not to like about that. And you can see in the distance, there's a river running gently at the bottom of the park meadow. We've got curlews currently choosing nesting sites in those fields of Gordon's, our neighbour next door. So it's a place where farming can exist with nature. It's what we want to do more than anything. I think all farmers want to produce great food in harmony with nature, and hopefully enjoy the experience along the way. And that's absolutely what we intend to do, and hopefully share it with all the visitors to Cannon Hall Farm. That's what we wanted to do since we first opened the farm to the public in 1989. 1989 seems like only yesterday, but 1989, I bet you weren't even born.
I was 88.
Oh, you were 1.
Yeah.
So you were 1 in 1989. Jack was a twinkle somewhere, and Yeah, yeah, not even thought about, yeah. In 1989, we opened the gates of the farm to the public for the first time. So that's 36 years ago. I got married the week before. Thankfully, still married now. So that's been a successful carry on. And yeah, and tomorrow I'm 57. Yeah, so where it just feels as though you think, I don't feel, in my mind, I don't feel old. And I'm not saying 57 is old. I'm sure there's lots of people older than that here, but it's, you know, some people have retired by 57, haven't they? And I feel as though I've got a world of things still to do. Janet says, I always say to my family in Scotland, it's always sunny in Yorkshire. My glasses are steaming up again. So I can't read anything.
It's beautiful sun.
Well, it's something, I think, yeah. So, I thought we might have a bit of a book and a charge and a bit of a scene, but I suppose it's nice in a way. They've just wandered out there, munching the grass, strolling around, taking in the morning, just like lots of people up and down the land will be doing. And someone who's taken in the morning in his own inimitable way is Farmer Dave, who is moving buckets. That's what he does on a morning. He moves buckets from A to B, so that people like Hannah and Jack are not wheeling their wheelbarrows too far to get rid of the muck that the animals produce. So Jack's clipped that fence on, he's shutting the gate, and he's now going to get on with his wheelbarrow duties of taking muck from pens, depositing straw into those said pens, and then feeding hay and anything else that they need. Hannah's never worked with reindeer before, but she likes them and she's excited by the prospect. And they're a lovely, calm bunch of collegiate reindeer, the best we've had. And when I say the best we've had, I don't mean I've got favourites, but they're a nice, even bunch of four. They generally get on. Roger's the boss. Just like the farm, Hannah, to be honest. Roger's the boss, my dad. Yeah. So yeah, they all get on. They're all pals. They all have their breakfast. They then have a drink. And they do what Roger says, just like we do on our farm in Barnsley. As long as you do what Roger says, the world is a good place. And at the moment, this morning, it feels like the world is a good place. Please give us a share, and more people will see our little corner of Yorkshire. And you know, hopefully one day they may pay us a visit. We would love to welcome anyone, and we do love to welcome everyone. So, one thing that we're really proud to have done recently is put a surface down on here that's befitting wheelchairs, prams, mobility scooters, and will allow access to these paddocks for people who are not lucky enough to be on their own feet. So, really pleased with that. Dick and Colsey have put some soil in the edge. There'll be some grass seed going on this week, although there's not much point while there's no prospect of any rain, but grass seed will go down and it'll be there to strike when the moment's right. These two are the best of pals. We're hoping for another fall from Sapphire next year. We will wait and see. We'll scan her in a few weeks' time. Yorkshire Rose is a perfect example of the breed. She's a filly that we intend to keep. She is a full brother to Hercules, our star stallion. Has anyone seen Hercules on social media in the last week or two? There was a picture with David that made David look rather small. Yeah, it was a great picture, received lots and lots of likes. So if anyone is interested in a sire, in a service from Hercules, from Hercules, then please let us know. He's standing at stud in York with our big pal Harry, and we're hoping to give him. We're not going to overburden him with lots of work. He's serving 4 mares for us, and we might let him cover another 4. We don't want him to. We don't want to. What's the word? Inhibit his growth. You know, he doesn't want to be overtired as a young stallion. There's only a finite number of mares that you'd want to put him with. So if anyone has a mare that they won't cover him by Hercules, give us a shout and we will get in touch. Paula says, happy birthday, Rob, from tomorrow from a very misty Essex. Thank you. And Johnny Burton says, looking forward to the bird show today. Yes, we have got SMJ falconry. If anyone has a passion for birds, for owls, for birds of prey, for all sorts, I think you might even have a raven, then come and see us. come on down today. Today is your day. We had a great day yesterday. Lots of visitors. A really great appreciation of what the guys from SMJ Falconry do. And now Yorkshire Rose is starting to entertain, isn't she? She's starting to have a bit of a... Come on. Starting to have a bit of a charge round. Tracy sent 100 stars. Thank you very much, Tracy. Sue says, happy birthday, Rob, for tomorrow. Thank you. And Jeanette says, morning, Rob. Beautiful morning and a lovely view of those horses. It is lovely, isn't it? It just feels like a nice thing to do on a Sunday morning. Please give us a share if you possibly can. We would love to tell the story of Cannonall Farm. Listen. Did you hear that? My ears are tuned in to a curlew's call. Right? So it's wonderful to know that those birds are still frequenting these meadows. It's not the natural territory. We're incredibly lucky to have them down here. It just shows that certain styles of traditional farming can work in harmony with nature. The fact that Gordon cuts hay instead of silage, the fact that he cuts it late, the fact that the sheep graze the sward short in the early part of the year, and then he allows certain fields to grow along and take a cut of hay off them, shows that it works for the curlews. It works for the curlews because it gives them nesting cover. You know, I think their big nemesis are crows, seagulls, foxes and badgers, and ground nesting birds are coming under pressure from, you know, and habitat change for those reasons. So it's wonderful to see that they're still here. A curlew only needs to produce, a pair of curlews only needs to produce a chick every 2 years to maintain the current population. That doesn't sound that difficult, does it? Every 2 years they need one chick. Bearing in mind they can have 3 or 4 eggs, then surely to goodness we can get one chick every 2 years from them to maintain current levels. Jacqueline says, fantastic to see Mummy and Baby out in the pastures. And Glenys says, happy birthday for tomorrow, Rob. Thank you. Tracy says, hi, Rob. Any update on the owl boxes you put up? We've not had an owl in them yet, but I was just talking to David the other day. And this suite of meadows down here, I'm going to talk to Gordon, and I know for a fact he won't mind. Excuse me, we're going to put up a series of barn owl boxes. So I've seen barn owls up at High Hoyland. We have them regularly over at Charlotte's farm and up towards Gunthwaite. So there's no reason why one of them can't set up home or more down in this beautiful valley down here. We would love to see barn owls hunting at night, picking off the rats and the mice that live in and around the farmyard. It's a symbiotic relationship. You know, some of the creatures that live here can be eaten by animals further up the food chain, and it can be great for all parties, and that's what we want. Yep. Jack's. We turn it donkeys out. Let's watch this. Are the donkeys going out, Hannah? I'd suggest turning females out before the male. Okay. Because there's two, all they do, right? He jumps on one's back and she kicks him into next week. And you can't move them. It's just, Dave, if you put the females out first, it saves Winston and that one and Jill carrying on like they do. You put the females out first? Yeah, because Winston jumps on Jill's back. She kicks him. He seems to like it, and you can never move him into the field. Let me get up here, Jack, and then I can see him coming. I'm just saying we'll get females out before letting Winston in. Yeah, that's the word. It's just, for whatever reason, Winston obviously has a bit of a fetish for getting kicked. And he absolutely loves it. But we're trying to save him a few blows. So the female's out first. Here they come. And they're such lovely animals, these, aren't they? So Jack's covering that angle there. Hannah's bringing them on. And they've just got their own speed, haven't they? They love to wander peacefully and calmly and serenely, and then Winston arrives, and there's nothing peaceful, calm, and serene about it. Go on, rascal. That's is that JB? Jack's no idea. He don't go in for silly names. JB could be you.
That's my initials.
Yeah, exactly. So Jack shares a name with the donkey. David can wait no longer. JB, Winston is on his way. He's not quite. Go on. Go on. Let's get her in before Winston arrives, because all she does is stands and he just seems to like being kicked. Go on, get in, go on. Beautiful. Right, here comes the inimitable force that is Winston. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. He's given David the slip. I'll be disappointed if we don't get a bray from him. Here he comes. And he's trotting with a purpose, isn't he? He's got his eyes on the prize. And here we go. Oh. For some she's not even in season. She's already covered. It just seems to be something that those two do. Well, there's a oh, there we go. Anyway, and then after a few seconds, that's it. They just carry on and have the day together without any problems. I suppose his job at the moment is to go around these ladies and see if anything's in season. And if he's lucky enough to find one, then it hopefully gets mated, and then we've got a foal to look forward to for next year. So Hannah is putting the electric fence on. Jack is reopening the gates. Yorkshire Rose is thinking, what is that strange animal in my adjoining paddock? And so is Sapphire. So right, let's take the zoom off so we don't make anyone dizzy. There we are. Right, let's have a look at some cows and calves, because we're lucky enough to have some stunning calves. And with more to come, there's 4 more cows to calve. Dave is in and out of there with the spreader bale. Jack or Hannah will grab a fork and just level off the straw. Those cows, Hannah and Jack, they just want enough to last them. You know, if they run out by lunchtime and spend a few hours without, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? They want enough to fill the bellies once and then pick away at the straw a bit. So the calves need to be obviously viable, but not any bigger than they need to be. And then when Davy's fight strawing, if one of you can get a fork and just level it all off and cover the corners, it works better.
I'm going to just do that pen, the other half of that pen there.
Right.
From this gate here.
Right.
Just come and have a look at this, what Tim from Melvin Cares did.
What's that? I was going to look at a baby calf. Is it?
No, but this
Is this better?
This is good engineering. Right. What he's done is, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But to open that gate fully the way around,
Yeah.
so we can drive past it, not stuck out in the middle. We put another one there so you can do that.
All right.
That's just clever engineering.
Why not just do that in the first place?
Because they'd all be offset, and it'd upset your line of sight.
Me feng shui.
Yeah. Can I just say, Rob?
Yeah.
Good luck to everybody who's doing the London Marathon today, especially our pal Helen, who has got a mammoth job to do.
She'll waltz it.
Yeah.
She's as
She came off a treadmill, you know.
She's as fit as a butcher's pup.
Yeah, but she came off a treadmill.
Right. Well, good luck to Helen Skelton for running the London Marathon. I'm sure she'll be raising money for someone, and good luck to everyone competing, because obviously a marathon is no mean feat. So. Which ones? Well, it's early. I'm going in to look at them. Yeah. Yeah. If you want calves, Right? Take 3 months off now. So end of April. So you've got April, May, February. If you want end of January calves, bull them now. It's quite early though.
Yeah, but for showing. If you think she can produce something
Well,
showing,
she's a good cow. I was just trying to keep a reasonably tight calving pattern.
yeah.
Give up, you. Go on. She's just throwing that at me a bit.
I mean, looks a lovely calf, that isn't it? I love that calf. Is that the one out of the red one? Which one I can't, yeah. It is, isn't it? They're both good.
Oh, so.
Are you alright in there, back?
If what, Dave? Yeah, I'll stay over here. So this is our little calf the other day that was born lacking a little bit of air, right? It's a funny little soul. It doesn't look like one that's going to end up at show at the moment, but it's surprising how time can change things. And it is, it's like a little rabbit. So you can see the value of just coming in here and just cleaning out these troughs. You know, the spreader bale's great, but it leaves things in a bit of a scruffy way. Looks like that cow's covered in straw now, isn't it? Hannah's got the... Flipping heck. That's a good calf. I just prefer forking straw about them. I don't want to be driving that. It's literally inches of room to spare, look. Can you see? That's one way of getting over the fence. So Elaine says, good morning, Rob. Wendy says, just love the heart on her head. Yeah, that must be that one. I sort of think that might be a better calf, you know. Come on, let's have a look. So I carved that one, didn't I? I don't think I carved that. There's a video not gone out yet. A member of the public filmed it for me. Which one was it? Was it that one? So the lovely things. Oh, Glennis, I'm so sorry. It's a very sad time in our house. We've had to have our cat Trigger put to sleep last night. He was 17 years old. Oh no, losing pets is the worst thing. We've had Trigger since he was 8 weeks old. I'm so sorry. Losing cats or dogs or any treasured animal companion is the worst thing in the world, and we send our sympathies and condolences. Look at that little cat. So it might not have a full head of hair, but it's got a spring in its step. Could the same be said about me? All right. So yeah, I probably think that's certainly one of our best two cows, right? You know, she's a cow that would stand her ground in most shows. David's right, and you don't want the calves too late. At the moment, if we put if we put Sultan in with the cows that have calved, and it's plenty early enough at the moment, to be fair, because they've only just calved. We'd have calves at the end of January. I think that's sort of a little bit too late. Maybe if we started for February half term, that'd be something that people could look forward to watching as they visited. And I mean, that's a slightly lesser light, isn't it? That one. She's nothing wrong with her. She's a perfectly nice cow. She's a young cow, isn't she? And she'll continue to grow on. Excuse me. The dust is the dust. Yep. David's passing on some of his knowledge to Hannah and to Jack. There he is. They're listening intently and with admiration. Vicky says, so sorry. And Anna De Salvo says, off on my holidays to Naples on Wednesday. Fabulous. Say hello to Naples for us. Anna is of Neapolitan heritage. So Anna is not Hannah. So Hannah will be coming in here with a fork, spreading this round. I always like to just straighten up the air feeder so it's in line with the other gates, but David's putting a bit of straw in there now. Nope. This needs forking, Jack. I say that needs forking in there. Just level it all out. If you can put that feeder straight as well, so it's parallel with gates, you'll be making me really happy. Yeah, you know, just tweak it round a bit. That's it, perfect. Yeah, and then just lift it up at other side. Pull it towards you from other side, and then it's level. Look at that. Toying with it. Right, so we've looked at the calves, and Jack's just throwing that straw about, making sure there's an even covering across the whole of the pen, underneath the gantry. And it's you don't need to move it far. Just scrape a little bit here there, and so it's nice and even. And Hannah is scraping back this bed for the mini donkeys, so they've got an area of concrete which will wear their hooves down, and an area of soft bedding to lie on. So Hannah's swapping implements there because that's a better job tool for both jobs. Right, so we've looked at the cows, we've looked at the calves, and one thing that's very much on our mind is the future and longevity of the herd. So what we've got here are some unrelated heifers to our bull, the Sultan. Now we're casting a close eye on these girls, and we're going to make sure that we give them all the time in the world to grow before they're introduced to the bull, because the last thing you want to do is bull a heifer when it's too young. You'd rather leave it 6 months too long than do it 3 months too soon. So we're going to give them plenty of time to grow. You've always got to bear in mind that in addition, you know, we might cast these away in June this year or July, and then there's going to be the time it takes for them to come into season and for the bull to get them in calf. And then there's another 9 months of which they can still be growing. So normally you'd carve a dairy cow down at maybe 2 years old. I would probably leave these a little bit longer. I want these to be cows of real stature, and to have the size and capacity to give birth to the calf without any difficulties. So we're going to watch how they grow and take a decision a bit near the time. But at the moment they're just ticking away nicely. You don't want to grow them too quickly. You don't want to grow them too slowly. They want to grow naturally to produce great breeding cows, and that's what we're hoping to do. So particularly that one, she's the calf, Hannah, of that good cow there, the one looking at you. This one here is her calf from last year. So she's like a bit of a mini me, isn't she? She's very much like a mum, and she's probably our second best cow. Best cow, although you wouldn't know it, is one up in the third barn up next to the bull.
Oh, yeah.
She's a really big cow. She's
very good, the one with a very good calf on.
Oh, she got a good calf, right. It was a small calf when it was born, but she will have a good calf because she's a really good cow. So Ruth says, where is Princess Aurora? She's in the other end, Ruth. She's in with the cows and calves at the other end of the barn, so she's absolutely fine. So right, we're gonna strike out and head west. That's east, and we're gonna head up the yard, and we're gonna go and look at a new animal that's been born yesterday. Born yesterday morning, which is exciting. Hey, squirrel. So we'll leave Jack and Hannah down here to finish what they're doing, and then to move up to the next barn. We will we'll go up here and have a look what's happening in the other rare breeds barns. Ultimately, we'll head up to the roundhouse, where if David's on top of his jobs enough, he's going to help me get a few sheep and lambs out. So we've got a packed programme this morning for hopefully you to enjoy. So if you've got time on your hands and you want to see the Barnsley countryside, buckle up, put the kettle on and join us on a tour of our family farm in Barnsley. Please give us a share if you want to pass it on to your Facebook community. So we'll have a quick look in here. That dust has done no favours. Right. Exciting times. Look at those little goats. Fantastic. Hello, Flower. So, and they're all exciting times, aren't they? Because we've got Coco, who's bagging up nicely. She's going to calf soon. We've got Lady, whose wonderful heifer calf continues to go from strength to strength. Now, if anyone's visiting, please don't feed Coco. We don't want that calf to grow too big. We've fastened her feeder off. We put a barrier up there. So hopefully she'll not get any food. And that's not to say, oh, hello. Now then, what a lovely sight you are, aren't you? Eh? Hello, beautiful. Now then. Valerie says, remember the days when we used to have a road trip to see your animals? And Louise says, yes, I love a ride about with you both. That's Louise Hannah. And Johnny says, looking forward to our monthly farm fix today, especially in this weather. Hello, beautiful. And you're lovely as, oh, don't be mean. Come on, Pony M, stand up for her. And there's Lily. Lily's recently been sheared. So she'll be having the rug off during the day, on during the night, because it can still drop to a very cold temperature. And we don't want those girls to come to any harm. So that little guy, or that little girl, is having some milk from Pony M. And it really is the most gorgeous little thing. And how lucky are we to have animals like this to share our farmyard with. So we'll just give you a little bit of a tour of this rare breeds barn. So lots and lots of goats. Sorry, there's Fern in the corner there, Mr. Out. Some more goats here that'll be going into kids soon. What are you doing? Looking out. That's a new donkey. That is Elsie, born during springtime on the farm. So that was a real highlight. Right, just need to keep an eye on these. Is anything bagging up? That's the question. You're not. You're not. You're... That looks bigger in the tummy, but I don't think it's bagging up. I would say there's nothing close yet. Just check these two. And that one's already had your baby, haven't you? Come on. No, you have nothing there. They're all very obliging letting me inspect them, aren't they? Lovely. Good girl. No, nothing there either. So nothing immediately imminent. Another really exciting thing we've done recently is invested in these American miniature horses. And again, like I was saying, they've recently been clipped. They're rugged up. I would imagine that'll soon come to an end. I don't suppose they'll need that forever. Are you having a little roll? She's a sweet-natured girl, that. She's new to the farm. So we're looking forward to spending time with her and seeing how she develops. So 2 of these American miniature horses are in foal. One isn't, that's Kiki. She's one for the future. That one's got a sore bottom. So yeah, they're great, they're lovely, and they look even better when the rugs come off. Actually, do you mind taking the rugs off these so we can see them without them? No, all right. So we'll just hang about and watch Jack and Hannah take the rugs off, and ultimately once these two have foaled, once they've foaled, they'll live together outside as a community over the summer, established their own pecking order. Hello, little one. Established their own pecking order, and they'll just live in one pen then, or in one paddock. At the moment, they're kept apart just for the reason being that we don't want them to kick one another. You know, we don't want them to have any squabbles that would lead to possibly the foals being in jeopardy. So you'll get the chance to see what Kiki looks like in a minute when Jack takes this when he figures it out, he says. There we go. So look at that. So she's what was another one to do? So she's a dapple grey. A dapple. What was it? A dapple something. So 2,300 people watching Kiki have a rug taken off. So that one is. There's that many names, isn't there? I forget. Do you know its name, Jack?
I know that one's Alice.
Alice, Kiki, and something else for that one. And she's an Appaloosa. An Appaloosa is a spotted horse. And she's a horse, not a pony. Very important to remember that. So she's a silver dapple. Silver dapple, that's what this one is. Oh, Philip's just told me, but I did remember it myself. Silver dapple, Appaloosa, and a silver dapple. Sue says, Shrewsbury Town, our local football team, have already been relegated to League 2, beat Barnsley 2-1 yesterday. I know. Jack's working it out. 2,300 people waiting to see what that one looks like. Pearl. That's it, Pearl. Thank you very much, Victoria. So Pearl is an Appaloosa. Kiki is a silver dapple. And Alice is also a silver dapple. And they've got the rugs off. And then the rugs will go back on tonight. I mean, if it gets to the stage where it's warm at night, obviously there's no need. But, you know, on these nice days in spring, you can still get that cold weather on a night. That's why tender plants need looking after, don't they, at the moment? Those of you who are gardeners will understand that. This one, Jack, has got a bit of straw stuck to the bottom of her tail. When you come back through, can you just... She's trying to knock it off. Susan says, morning, Rob. My son and daughter-in-law are doing the Manchester Marathon. Wish them the best running for charity. Absolutely. That's from Susan Sykes. I hope you get round. I hope you enjoy it. It's David and Donna, and that's Love Mum. So well done. Trevor says, morning, Robert, from Sylvia and Trevor at Lincoln. Barnsley and Lincoln, both rubbish. I can't agree more, Trevor. So, has she any bag at all, Jack? No. So she's a bit off yet then. So Jack's taken their coats off. We can see what they look like without them. They can now enjoy the warmth as the day warms up. Hannah is stealing kisses. So she's making friends with that little foal, and obviously the foal is enjoying the attention. So. And it's really important to get these animals as friendly as you can. And Rainbow is thinking about shoving Hannah's barrow over, which is not what we want. I think she'll fall, but not for a little while. So I think she'll be midsummer-ish. But I do think she is in fall. And then that's Lily. She's an American miniature horse, and again, she will run with the other Americans as and when. The time comes to cast them out into a paddock together. We'll not try and integrate them while they're indoors because it gives them more potential to fight and to fall out. Right, so let us press on. We still haven't met our new arrival. I'm going to put this fastener in because I don't want blaming for them horses escaping again. So, right, we've got a new arrival. Come with me, and then we're going to walk up to the roundhouse, meet David, and unleash a few sheep. get them out to the field, have a look at what's going on out in the field. The grass growth is phenomenal. We're absolutely made up to say we've had so little rain. The grass is leaving the ground upwards at a rate of knots. So we're very pleased with that. But before we go up there, we'll have a look in here at something I think you'll think is rather lovely and something that we're very pleased to welcome to the farm. So we have had another beautiful alpaca. And the great news is that Peggy is now a first-time mum. So congratulations to Peggy on what is a lovely little cria. Natural birth, no dramas, no messing. Philip popped a coat on it last night for obvious reasons, because even though we're having warm days, we can have some very cold nights. Hello, little one. Hello. Now then, are you all right? Yeah? Yeah, you are. Oh, yeah. Hey? Leanne says Blossom and Ruby. Oh, one thing I need to remember tonight. If at all possible, if you've got time on your hands at 7:30, cast a glance at Channel 5. David and I are appearing on a programme celebrating the 1970s. We went down to London, spent a day filming with a different production company. What were they called? They were lovely people. So if any of you, if you enjoy the programme and you enjoy our appearance on it, if any of you can populate the social media around Channel 5 and around the programme with positivity, we would love you even more than we already do, if that's even possible. You know, I think if things like that are seen to go down well, it definitely leads to more opportunities. And the main opportunity at the moment is watching that little cria drinking lustily off Peggy, because that is the main thing. It'll be going from teat to teat. It makes me wonder whether she's just got loads of milk, but I mean she's got food there that needs freshening up a bit. You know, she needs to make milk for this little guy. Good girl. Yeah. So it knows where the teat is. That's the main thing. And yeah, we're very, very pleased to welcome it. So 2,400 people watching, and I'm going to continue my journey westwards. Just have a quick look at these cows.
There's a few more of these alpacas due, Philip said.
Yeah. Well, they all got mated, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that's the one that we had born a few weeks ago, and this is exciting. We've got. We've got.
Get them separated soon, can't we?
What? They're good pals.
You know, that one's like Murphy, isn't it?
And they're good bulls.
It's brindle, isn't it?
Yeah, they're good
That's
bulls.
a brindle.
I think there's a showstopper in there. They could do with a bit of stroke, couldn't they? But that needs to come in with a barrow. I wouldn't be.
The only thing I'd do is I'd tip it into a pile if I did. I wouldn't spray it in.
No, it'd just be all in the fleece, in the coat. So, but their horns are all right, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, they appear to be. Which one's your favourite?
I don't know without getting them out and seeing them on concrete. I think Philip's arranged for the foot trimmer to come.
Yeah, when's that?
I don't know exactly, but he's made contact with him and asked him the question. Those llamas are off to pastures. I'll be taking them down to Shropshire sometime in the next week or two. Those are females. So there's if anyone out there wants an extremely well-bred young female alpaca or male, give us a shout. Have alpacas. Come and see us, and we'll sort something out. As long as you know what you're doing and you've got a nice place for them to live, that is the...
We don't want anyone with just a backyard.
No backyard alpacas. So this actually is our best cow. But it's a good
nice
calf,
cow.
isn't it? Yeah.
That's very nice.
Look at him.
Shall I get a creek down in that bottom field ready for when we turn them in?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Mind you, we either take a cut of hay off it and do it after, or we turn them in soon, I suppose. But anyway, we'll have a think. I'll have a word with Philip and see what's in his mind. That she just looks like an old carpet at the moment, doesn't she? But I know in July, you look at her out in field, and she'll be gleaming, she'll be shining, and you'll be saying, "Thank goodness we took her to the Yorkshire Show. We've got a cow entered."
I know.
Yeah.
I think that other one's better.
Well, see how this one goes. We don't need to decide yet, I don't think.
No.
Liz loves listening to the alpacas humming.
I think that's the bull.
I don't think she thought that was an alpaca. Just a minute, let's see if we can keep him going. Don't stop on our account. Right, I will head off, and shall I see you up at Roundhouse, Dave, in 10 minutes?
Yeah. Truck's up there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take a bit of straw up there
Right.
and see what the team want down here.
Right. Well, I'm on my way up there.
But
then.
I'm well on course for helping out without any issues.
Right. We need to start walking this boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Philip.
Keeping him clean.
I'm going to get Philip to. Yeah, look at that. He needs some straw.
Would you scrape him out of it? No.
Depends how much time you've got.
Well, I can put him into that pen, you see, and just take this lump out. And
Well,
then
you can muck him out, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the bit I can't get to is not a problem. We just
Oh, can't you get to that?
not because this pen has got that bar here. Normally you drive in the middle and go like that, but you can't with that one.
All right.
I mean, we could alter the pen, so you could, but let's say I can get a majority of it.
I'd like to start walking him because he needs to get walking fit,
Yeah, exactly.
and we obviously need to get that muck off his flanks. But he's in good order. He's about, to be honest, he's about show ready in terms of the flesh on him.
Yeah.
He just needs to be walking fit. He needs to be washed and washed and washed and try and get some hair growth on him. And they're the little bits that make the difference, and that's what he needs.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll get that mucked out actually. We get some nice bedding in there.
Right.
But I'll do that after we've turned the sheep out.
Right. Right, David's got a plan. He's going to muck him out and put some fresh straw. And then we're going to wash him and wet him and walk him and get him show ready. That's the plan. There's the pickup. So, just a bit of an interesting thing. Under that area there, is a labyrinth of dirty water treatment tanks and pumps and stuff that if you saw all those tanks sat in a field, you'd think, wow, there's enough there to the sewage system under there that's good enough to treat a large village. And obviously, on a given day when we're at full capacity, we need to cope with that kind of waste treatment capacity. So I would think under the ground there'll be £1 million worth of work. If you were starting from scratch, if you were starting from scratch now to set up an attraction or anywhere that gathers people to the volume that we do, I think there's £1 million to spend before you start. And that's a sobering thought, isn't it? 36 years we've been growing, and because we've grown over that time, and because it's been a gradual process. Oh, hello. Pleased to see you. Yes. Because it's been a gradual process, we've been able to invest gradually and do it gradually. To do it all from scratch at one go would be eye-watering. So the famous five: Julian, Dick and Tom, George and Timmy the dog. So these are a wonderful bunch of collegiate brothers and sisters. who came together at a time of adversity. And thanks to Dad and I, feeding them every 3 hours, we managed to get them going on the bottle. We saved them. They were triplets. They were abandoned. They were ones that the mums could not or would not rear. But we would not take no for an answer. And we persuaded them, we cajoled them, we coerced them into thinking that drinking from a bottle was the best part of their future. And thank goodness we were successful. They're now growing like really, really nicely. And if you want to get closer to them, we are doing a goat feeding experience. So if you visit our website and want to do that for a special occasion or to mark an occasion, then that is something that is available, as is lamb feeding and all that stuff. So we have other packages available beyond normal farm entrance, and they are available on the website. So what else is happening? Oh yeah, we're on telly tonight on Channel 5, 7:30, celebrating the 1970s. And basically went down to London for a day, spoke about, our favourite games, our favourite food, just a nice little chat, really. And went down the train, spent a couple hours talking to him, came back on the train. And I thought, is this what people do for a living? It were a doddle. I'm sure most people don't do that for a living and it'd be a doddle. But for us, that was quite an easy, enjoyable day. It felt more like a bit of fun than a day's work. So that was with a different production company. And I was saying earlier, if anyone watches that, enjoys it, please give a shout on Channel 5's or the production company's social media and say that you've enjoyed the programme. And if you enjoyed our part in it, please say so, because it does open doors and more opportunities for stuff like that. And we are actually, incredibly, going to be on the James Martin programme on the 24th of May. So again there, I think James has shared something on his Instagram, I noticed, a picture of us. And again, if you can go back with, oh, great to see Rob and Dave, as long as you think that, then it's a very positive thing from a profile point of view. And I did tell James Martin all about Richard's upcoming cookbook, and suggested that he would be a great person to have on the show. So hopefully that's something that can happen as well. So yeah, we had loads of fun doing both things. It's just a nice little departure, but ultimately, certainly my heart belongs at Cannon Hall Farm with the animals, and I'm not sure I'd want a full-time job doing other stuff, but once in a while is great for building profile, and it's an enjoyable little thing to do to get you off the farm and experience new things and new opportunities. So there's our meerkat on lookout. Kevin says, all set, ready to record tonight. Thank you, Kevin. Alison says, you'll be on Gogglebox next. And Claire says, I'm totally in love with James Martin. He was a really, really nice guy. He was very, very welcoming, very friendly to us. I think we shared, obviously he's a Yorkshireman. And I'm not saying Yorkshire's, I suppose I am saying Yorkshire's the best down there because we're from Yorkshire, but equally, there are so many wonderful places in this, in these broad acres of ours that, every region has got its own charm, hasn't it? But we all came together as Yorkshire folk, and we had a really nice time. And the other people that he had as guests as well were really nice, really welcoming. Obviously, we felt like small fish compared to some of these guys. He got 2 Michelin stars, one bloke, not just 1, 2. And what a lovely, interesting man he was. The other guy runs a gastropub called the Cornish Arms, and he was really, really nice, really interested in what we do. And we've extended a warm invitation to all of them to visit the farm as and when they get the chance. So this is a magical little walk through the playground. Very pleased to have facilities like this. Very pleased that families can come here and spend time together playing in this environment, especially on a day like today. Don't waste today, if at all possible, if you can, wherever you are in the world. If you've got a day like this, try and get some fresh air. I'm still trying to get David Spreadervale fresh air out of my lungs, actually. Try and get outside, enjoy the sunshine, and do something nice if you can. And with the caveat there, if you can. I know that not everyone is lucky enough to be mobile, portable, and able to do these things. But if you can, do it. So right, David's got the trailer on. Well done. We're going to pick some ewes and lambs now to take outside. We're going to have a check round of them. We're going to see what's happening, and see if we can load some up. See what the best way to do it is, and just check on the pet lambs. I spoke earlier about the goat feeding experience. We've got lamb feeding experiences available. They're going down incredibly well. They're very popular, and yeah, we're delighted to be offering such a thing. Beyond, so we do normal farm admission, and then we do animal-based experiences beyond that, and they will all be available on our website to peruse and choose. And if it's something that you wish to do, then hopefully the booking process will be simple. Excuse me. So 3 pieces of straw in there. Ruth's going to spread those about. So these girls, morning Ruth, these girls have all had a haircut, apart from Ruth, who might have had a haircut, but I don't know. And all they need now are the legs shaping, but the bulk of them is done. So they need the legs shaping, trimming, the heads sorting out, and then they'll be summer ready. They'll be so glad that their fleece has come off in time for this warmer weather. Luckily they've been out all winter, the wool has risen, they were ready to shear. And that's something that's great. These are all pet lambs. We say pet lambs. Yep. Right, there's a few too many to fit in one trailer load here, isn't there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Yeah, there's more than will fit in one trailer load. Just wondering how we do this. So 3 left to lamb, all in lamb. Fair chance that some of them will lamb today. Valet rams, all shorn and ready, and then we've got Brooke, the Shire horse, who is ready to go down to the paddock down at the other end of the farm, and I think everyone's leaving that job for Philip, because she'll be fresh. When you say something's fresh, she'll be full of life. She'll be full of vim and vigour. She'll be ready to go. And if she decides to go, there's no man alive could stop her, or woman. No person alive could stop her. So it's a case of the horse believing that you're in charge. And I think that is the case most of the time with horses. If they really wanted to go, a big horse, you'd have a devil of a job stopping them. Victoria said it's going to be strange seeing the roundhouse not full of ewes and lambs. Well, we've no need to take them all out, have we? We can pick and choose. It's whether we can catch them. And obviously we've got to take the right ewes with the right lambs, or we take the lot. Oh, they're sweet, aren't they? Look at them. Look at Valerie's lambs. We need to go and see them. I suppose ideally you'd take all them because they are ready to go. But there's 2 trips there. But if we take them and put them in one field on their own, let them mother up, there's a lot less chance of them not reconnecting with the lambs. So that's probably what we'll do. So we're just waiting for Dave now, and then this job up here then becomes a lot easier. It becomes more about bottle feeding these underlings. We can probably separate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. We'll put them in a 4 and a 3. They're just easier to manage, aren't they? They're not in great big numbers, and easier to monitor. So yeah, 2,300 people watching as we go down and say hello to Valerie's lambs. If there are cuter lambs in this wide world than this, I've never seen them. They look absolutely stunning. and they're something that are very much a gift. You know, we're very lucky to have something as delightful as this, and anyone coming today will get the chance to fully see and appreciate them. And yeah, here goes. Right, so these are our most recent arrivals. There's 2 nice lambs there, nothing wrong with them. I think that girl had an incredibly difficult lambing yesterday. David started it, and it was an unhappy ending, this one. But in some ways, it was a fantastic achievement. I feel really proud with what happened. David started it. She wasn't dilating. She was down pushing. He said, it's breech. She's not opening up. And he got the JCB to do so. He said to Charlotte, you take over, see if you can make any progress. Charlotte took over. She tried and she tried. She couldn't make any progress. She says, well, you have a go. So I had a go. And I managed to work my way in. And then I managed to push the lamb back inside to get the back legs forward. It was breech. But to our great disappointment, the lamb had died maybe a week or 10 days earlier. And then I also managed to get the second one born. So we're hoping that now we're very happy that she looks bright. She's going to make a full recovery. We're going to try and get a lamb onto her. So that's a job for later today. So through the disappointment of a stillbirth, and it really was. It sounds really strange, this. I was really pleased to have got those born because I knew it meant it saved her. But it really was difficult. And then to the elation of seeing a lamb, particularly that one. How lovely is that? This is Valerie. She's a Cameroon cross Swiss Valet, crossed with a Dutch spotted, and that's what you get. I think that's the breed of the future, isn't it? 2,300 people watching. David's disappeared. And we probably need to be cracking on, don't we, with thinking about loading these up. But anyway, we'll. I'm sure it won't be much longer. But Valerie has done us proud. It wasn't the easiest of pregnancies for her because she actually found the going quite difficult. But we supported her through the later stages. And she's given us 2 really, really lovely lambs, particularly that one. They're unbelievable. Sharon says, little cuties. So yeah, 1,005 stars. Thank you so much for those. And 2,300 people watching. Thank you very much for your interest. So I'm not sure what's in David's mind about getting these out, but. We could do with him ideally coming to join us. Victoria remembers when Valerie was born. It was a total surprise to everyone. And Mandy says, morning, Farmer Rob. Good morning to you, Mandy. And Maria says, poor mum losing her babies. Oh, she gets an adoption lamb. It's very much in our intention today to try and facilitate that. But as of yesterday, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't putting a lamb onto her that was going to set her back from a recovery. But she's bright-eyed, isn't she? She's bushy-tailed, she's eating. She looks absolutely champion. So yeah, we'll have a quick look round here while we wait for our brother. So these are all sheep and lambs that we deem ready to hit the fields. The ones that have been born, that we've had in pens, that have established the bond, and now they're ready for their next step of the journey, next step along the road. So yeah, we're very pleased with the progress, and really, weather like this, they need to be out, don't they? They need to be away. So look at that one hiding under there. Come out, you little rascal. Margaret says, hi Farmer Rob, so nice to see Valerie and her lambs. And Val says, beautiful babies to Valerie. Right, 2,200 people watching. Ruth is feeding next door. She's given those some feed. And Trevor's saying, by the way, Robert, forgot to mention, Lincoln finished above Barnsley. Has it finished now? Is that the end of the season? Or is there another game? I thought there was another game. So Ellen says I will catch up later. So I'm just not really sure how we're going to get all these sheep and lambs into that trailer without a degree of mayhem. There's more in here than can fit in the trailer. Let's see if David's got a good idea. So we've got here triplet Dutch spotted. These were a nice arrival. They were long awaited, and we've been waiting for this girl to deliver for a long time. She must have a lot of milk because she's doing them really well. And Ruth's coming through here. It's all right. We're very well. I'm just wondering, Ruth, how we get these into the trailer.
Into what?
The trailer.
Well, there's that blind one that we really want to drive.
I think she can see now.
I found a big corner this morning.
The ewe or the lamb?
The lamb.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you meant the ewe.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, no, we'll keep that in. Well, we need to fish out what we're not happy to go out, don't we? If we fish out what we're not happy to go, that's a good starting point. There'll be less to put out then. So let's have a quick look at the pet lambs while we wait for David. You heard it here. I'll see you there in 10 minutes. And he's disappeared. So just look at these. These are pet lambs from January and February. Look at the size of them. And they're still drinking a bottle. If you come on a lamb feeding experience, right, then you get to give these big guys a bottle in addition to all these little ones. So we've got a 4 there. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 there. We've got a 3 there. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. And these are they're graded according to both the drinking ability and the frequency of feeds that they still need. So we'll probably put some of those 7 into that next pen now that space is no issue. We could take all this lot down as well, couldn't we, and give those more room. So there's loads of jobs really that we can do now. We've got a bit more time. So Rose says put some lambs in the back of the truck. We could. And Jill says farmers 10 minutes lol. Yeah. Yeah. Jill, I get the impression there, Jill, that's from bitter experience. And Kim Brown says sometimes you have to repeat yourself to catch Rob's attention. Well done to Lincoln Trevor. Is the season finished now? I've sort of lost a bit of interest in it, to be honest. Katie says they're huge. And Leah says they nearly bowled me over when I fed them on Tuesday. So Leah Gillam obviously did the lamb feeding experience on Tuesday. And Ewan Griffiths says it's amazing how quickly they grow up. And Caroline says morning from Elgin in Scotland. So these guys have all had a bottle this morning. It would be Ruth's first job on arrival. So they're all chilled, they're all relaxed, they've all got tummies that are full. So the next bottle they get will be 10 o'clock, and that will be a lamb feeding experience. And then again at 2 o'clock. So 4 hours is sort of the order of the day from a frequency point of view. And it also includes, going around the other pens in the round now. So having a look at what's happening. And what's he bringing here? Spread a bale. No, maybe he's just come up on it. He might be going back on it. Well, I wanted to know what you felt you could achieve. What's the story behind that shared one, Ruth?
You what, sorry?
What's the story behind that shared one? Has she got the blue texel on her?
Yes.
And what about the other one?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Is she wrong in the bag or something? Because, you know, some of those... I mean, we've got to leave something in for the time being. But...
She asked for one. She got that.
Where's he going now? So we need to fish out what's not fit to go out. All right. So they're both right to be in there, aren't they? We'll leave them in for now anyway, because I know Philip fetched one in to milk it out, didn't it, the other day, so... But what we need to do then, Ruth, is fetch out what's not fit to go out. Is to fetch out what's not fit to go out. We need to fish out what's not suitable to go out. There's too many to go. So she's got her own lambs, Ruth. Dave, you go around there and open that go. Let's walk her into the middle. So she could stay in and all. Because we only want 10 of these, don't we? We just walk her into the middle, Dave. Well, we don't want more than 10 in trailer, do we, tops? Well, there's so many in here, though. Right, so that's one less. What do you think belongs to that mule? Because she's got a sore foot.
Go out in that pen. Is any in that pen could go out? No.
So what's mother to that? Is it that one there? It was also got a sore foot. I think she was a spotted one, wasn't she? I think it's her. I think it's. Dave, I think you see that one there. So she needs a foot treating. I think it's hers, Ruth.
Yeah.
You see which is hers? You see which is hers first.
Are those two lambs?
I don't know, but if they are, she can go into the middle. Yeah, they look like it, don't they? We can check that in the middle. So we'll keep her in and treat her foot. Can you open that door, Ruth, and we'll just walk her into the middle? No, staying in. Yeah. Basically, what we're doing now, sorry for the confusion, folks, is we're fishing out the ones that we don't think are fit to go out, and the reason this one's not fit to go out is we're going to get its foot right before it does. Come on, Flower. There we are. So that's two that we're keeping in. Do you want to just check their lambs, Ruth? I think they are, but yeah, but how many's it got, Deb? I think you're better off, Dave. Just right. Right. She's got that mule's got a poorly foot. That's what I'm trying to find out. Yeah. I suspect they're hers, Dave. If you pick them 2 lambs up, I think she'll follow. No, out. Well, nothing wrong with them, but we just can't fit them all in. So, see if she follows. I'm pretty sure she will. And I suspect she might be lame. So, she's another good one to treat.
They're going out.
Yeah, into middle, Ruth. You could just double check that they're hers. Just we don't want any cock-ups. Yeah. So what we're trying to do, folks, here is just be absolutely cast iron certain that we're putting the right lambs with the right ewes. There's one. Is there 2 lambs there, Dave? Dave, before you. Yeah. So let's have them 2 then. Those 2. Exactly. They're not going out. Right. Those 2, Ruth. You back. No, you're not coming while you stood there. You have to just hide behind the door or something. Steady. Come on, Flower. Come on, play the game. Good girl. That's it. Perfect. Well done. Right. So that's another one. How many have we left now, Dave? We can't be far off, can we now? You know that Suffolk one? You know that one's lambs. It was one bigger than that little bent leg one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think you need to come back to us. If you come round, Dave, I think we'd walk them in. I think these might be an outfit. That's.
Is that the one that can't see?
Yeah, just check them out, Ruth. If they definitely don't want to go out. Hold that up there. Can you check? Are they a trio?
Just check them.
Yeah.
8, 7, 8, 6 and 8, 7.
Yeah, that's it. So that's perfect. Right, they desperately needed to see. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Yeah.
That's the brown one, yeah.
That was definitely it. So 1,900 people watching. Back now.
Is that it then? Or do you want Nellie's? Wish she's good to go.
Right, will they all fit in? We just need a few hurdles to get them out, don't we? Is there any hurdles out there, Ruth? We just need 2 or 3 across there. No, well, I think if we get her into there, we can put her back, can't we? I don't think we're going to easily walk her out. That's all. We know who she is and who her lambs are, don't we? If we get them into that corner. So what we're doing now, folks, we're getting a few hurdles. We'll wrap the hurdles round them in that corner. We'll then be able to leave Nellie and the lambs inside, and the rest of them can hit the fields. And the ones that we've kept in, there's at least 3 or 4 of them that need treatment. So whilst it all looks a bit complicated, it does actually all make sense. I think you need another hurdle or 2. Dave, we need another hurdle so that we can wrap round and get Nellie out. Oh, that's Nellie. Let her go. There's one more of her lambs to... Right, well, we'll catch that, Ruth, when we get them in. It's all right. Yeah. Come on. Bring that hurdle round.
Connected it then.
One lamb's gonna go.
You got that there, right?
Yeah.
Now move with you.
Well, what's it? Rob. Use them feeders, Dave, to block them round. Slide it down. Come on, guys. That's it. Ruth's got Nellie's second lamb to go back. And we are actively winning now. So as soon as come on. Come on, girls. There we go. Up we go. Come on. Wait, comers. Come on. There we go. Right, here's Ruth with the last ones. Right, thank you very much. So, let's just check. And I'm sure Ruth already has. But Nellie and her two lambs are left in there. The one's in the middle can go back in the pen. And then we're off to the fields. So these are all the ones that we're leaving in a little bit longer for various reasons. Some of which are that they need further treatment for lameness and the like. There we go, little one. Off you go. Come on. Easy, tiger. Easy, tiger. Come on. Off you go. Come on, off you go. So these are staying in for a little bit longer. We'll get those absolutely bouncing, and then they'll go out in a day or two's time. Yeah. Well, I can take them out. I'll take them. Right, so how much battery have I got left? 12% left. Crikey. Where's that going? Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drive you up and drop her infield.
So it'd just be rather nice to see them hit the ground. They're going white mare day for them others.
White mare. Oh, you've separated them.
Yeah, I just put them out. I put out yesterday at White Mare just so that they could mother up more easily. Right, so buckle in. Oh my God.
It's alright, again. Buckled in, isn't it?
Right, we're going to drop these in the White Mare, let them mother up, and then say cheerio while I've still got 1% or 2 battery left. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm sorry that's been a little bit complicated and took a little bit longer than we anticipated, but I feel very confident. I feel very confident that we've got the right ewes with the right lambs, and they're all going to do fantastically well. So I was just saying tonight, David, 7:30. Oh, Salamander, wasn't it, production company we were working for?
Oh yeah, 7:30.
Yeah. If anyone,
There was another program last
just
night.
undo
about the 70s. What am I doing?
just undo the child lock.
Okay.
No, that's not it. No, it's up there. So there, we're down to 10% battery there, and it.
You have to say goodbye to the field at this rate.
I think we'll just about get there. So, what else? What else do I need to say? Thank you to everyone for buying the book. And 24th of May, we're going to be on the James Martin Show. I've encouraged and actively suggested to James, and he's a very collegiate person, a true Yorkshireman and very friendly to us, that Richard's cookbook would be a great book to have on his programme, and to have him on the programme as well. So hopefully that's something that could happen. And yeah, it was a real privilege to be on there and to do something we never thought we'd be able to.
Yeah.
Such a lovely day, isn't it?
Yep. I think we didn't need the big side of the grass yesterday. I think we need it today.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, yes, I think we will.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. You never quite know how many people has put her coming.
So we're hanging a right. We're going to park outside the White Mare, only park and open the gate, and we can let these sheep go before my battery runs out. So thank you very much for joining us today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry it's been a bit long-winded and complicated, but we've got there in the end. We've got a trailer full of sheep going out. The sheep that need to stay in are still in, and we've got 3 left to lamb. We're looking forward to meeting loads of people today, hopefully. This is a less savoury sight, isn't it? Although I'm not sure that wouldn't look all right in your bar, Dave.
Tell you what, we could use it for podcasting, Rob.
Yeah.
The others aren't that
Yeah.
good.
Joking apart, what a, why would you? Is all I would say. Why would you? There's 2 sides of the coin there, isn't there? There's someone who thinks it's appropriate to chuck an old settee at the side of the road, and then there's other people. What's that? That's it. And then other people give up the time willingly, right, to pick up litter that other people have chucked apart. Morning. That's all done by volunteers. Those purple bags that you see dotted about are people who just give up the time on a weekend and think, I'm going to make the countryside a better place. And it just shows there's 2 sides of the coin, isn't there? There are so many really, really good, in fact, great people. And then there's a rump of people who are nothing like as good, isn't they? So anyway, we'll not get bogged down by that. Should we get them troughs, Dave? Should we get them troughs?
Get them out and then my driver can get them. There's less weight in there.
So we're going to take the troughs back with us because we've got the trailer here and we'd be daft not to. Jeanette says happy birthday for tomorrow, Rob. 7% battery. Louise is not impressed with the people who have dumped the sofa. And here come the boys and girls. So what you'll see now is a period of mothering up. Now our intention for this field is to cut it for a crop of hay, right? But what we're doing, we're just taking the opportunity to let these ewes and lambs mother up together, to make sure that they're firmly bonded before we move them into the next field, which will be the home for the next few months, and mix with a larger group of sheep and lambs. But it will not hurt for 24 hours just in here, just to establish their equilibriums, to make sure that they're with the right mum, and to make sure that they're going to make a success of life outside. So there's nothing there that would make me anything other than confident that.
But it's got a full belly of milk. That one over there.
Yeah.
But
I think they're all right.
They've got full bellies.
Yeah, I think they're fine. That's one at younger end, isn't it? But there's nothing like, spring grass. Well, spring grass is actually rocket fuel. There's no finer food for a mammal than spring grass. It can be.
Reason why they give birth in the spring.
Well,
this is full of energy.
Yeah, it can be your friend and it can be your enemy. It can cause laminitis in horses, and scouring sometimes in animals, because it's so rich and so plentiful. Right, shall we get these troughs then, Dave?
Yeah, are you all right for battery?
6%. Yeah, I'll see you up here. So we're just going to chuck these troughs in the trailer while we're here, and then it's not a wasted trip. Because something like this is a classic case, right? If you're not on your A game, you think, oh yeah, them troughs, I'll get them later. I'll get them another day. Another day never comes. The grass grows long and tall around them. You're running through with your mower at A time, and all of a sudden, sparks are flying, right? And if it's your contractor, sparks will be flying, because you're going to cause him a major breakdown. He's going to be absolutely hopping furious. I'm just saying, sometimes tomorrow never comes. Troughs like this get left. Your contractor with his mower might run into him, and you run the risk of a major breakdown just at the wrong time of year.
You'd never move into there.
You don't think so?
I've never left a trough in the field. It's never been by a mower. Never.
That could happen. You wouldn't. Bit time this grass is 3 foot high. You wouldn't see him. Anyway. There goes the man who's never made a mistake. 3%.
But we've never left things in the field.
Have they got some mineral buckets, seeing as they're on rich grass? Great shout. Yeah.
They've got molasses.
Yeah, but minerals to stop staggers. Yeah, good shout. That's certainly something that they need and will get. Right, so thank you so much for watching. Down to 3% battery now. I've used the full battery on our broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your positive comments. We're going to head back to the farm now. David's bouncing into next week, and we hope you have a wonderful day in the sunshine wherever you are.
Yeah. See you later, and good luck telling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.